Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Preferably on both ears, because I currently have a problem hearing myself for some reason. Can you guys hear me? I have trouble hearing myself, so I cannot be sure if you guys can hear me. Let's try this again. Well, I guess my audio currently isn't working. Well, first off, I found out that one of my uh, big earphones died. My standard issue cans, the this one died, and so I could only hear on this one. So I was figuring if it was actually just sound on one ear or I can hear on the other one, and it was I couldn't hear. So now I have to get a replacement for those, and my wireless earbuds are messing with me. So let's see if maybe that works. And yes, it does. Now to the next part. Maybe something nice to listen to. Let's see if we can get something to that effect. Let's see. Something a bit. I think this playlist is pretty good. So, how are you guys doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. Let's see. How's the sound? Any music coming through? And probably some Discord noises. No music. What about now? Okay, and how's the level? Bearable? Should be a bit higher compared to my voice. First I'm actually doing this like music thing on stream. So I'm like a bit testing things out. I'm using Stream Beats by Harris Heller, one of the great lists you can play during streams and not get copyright strike, as they are made specifically for that. Not for copyright, getting copyright strike, but for streams, videos, and stuff like that. For background music made by a streamer called Harris Heller. He used to stream on Twitch by the name of Alpha Gaming, so maybe you know him by that name. This is the EDM playlist. We can also play some other stuff. No, this is Synthwave playlist. If you don't find this interesting, he has a lot of playlists about this. He's a nice person. Nice people. Let me just... If volume music changes a bit, please tell me. I'm still tinkering with things. And now let's get started. This shouldn't have been seen. Good God me. Here we go. There I am. Maybe. Nope. Now this way I look better. Now let's begin, right? Wrong. First I need to open VS Code without doxing myself. I don't know what I have open. Okay. I have the right thing open, weirdly. But apparently we don't have .NET SDK. So we're gonna be loading that first. As we'll be doing it in a Docker environment, we don't care, but yeah, we'll need to load that up. So let's actually transition to this screen. Now, as you very well know, this is my project, stream project. I know naming is bad. I'm not good at it. What actually we'll be doing is we're gonna be making the big project I outlined the last time. If we look at the things we have prepared for it, yes, you will get Zoom as well. Just not on that screen, on this screen. But before we do that, let's again watch my horrible mug for a bit while I find our outline. We did have a bit of an outline. Here we go. This is the outline I'm talking about. So this is the project. We're gonna be doing editing in our remote code editing. Remote. Think of Gitpod. Think of code spaces, things like that. We're gonna be doing that, except made by me. So it'll be 10 times more horrible and 10 times not production ready. But I like to do things like that just to be annoying and make it for no reason. But let's go. So I'm gonna quickly go through it. So we're gonna be using Kubernetes. Containers, of course, is we're using Kubernetes. Local compose for Docker compose for local stuff. It's just a bit scratchy a bit for some reason. C#, Go, Python, and JavaScript. 4 languages. I don't know which one I will use most. Probably C#, but there might be a little bit of JavaScript, Python, and Go. Mostly Go and Python. Probably besides C#, but maybe probably Python more than Go. Sorry for a second, I have to scratch my nose. You can probably think what I'm doing and imagine. And it's not pretty. But these things need to be done when we're all scratchy like me. So we're gonna have few components: an API server, a central management server, which might roll into 2, a cleanup server, so this will clean up old environments when we don't need them, a build server, which is what I plan to build today, a front-end UI, a web UI to deploy these environments, and bunch of cron jobs to do different things. Then we're gonna need few databases, a Postgres database to store certain information, S3-like storage, so file storage to or document S3-like storage, so this is file storage to store templates and stuff like that, and MongoDB or alternative to store some sort of document like JSON-based document. We're also gonna need a queue server like RabbitMQ or something like that to do queues. Now let's begin. First off, we're gonna start with build server. Ooh, this will build Docker images, our environments. So here we have an API server. We're gonna actually stop that. We're gonna go here, click this, and we'll create a new directory, build server. If you have any questions, any comments, or any other thing, please let me know in the chat window there. And hello, Monica. For a second, my face. I forgot to do something. Yeah, I tend to forget things. It's me for. So, before I say anything else, this is not family friendly stream. I tend to curse, so if you're not okay with cursing, I suggest you leave. I don't want you to leave, but I guess it'd be a smart thing for you to leave because I tend to curse. I don't know, that's me. So I'm putting you on notice, this is not a family friendly stream. If you hear me later, oh well. What can I do? So since we have a directory here, we're gonna start by actually taking this into a Docker environment. Sudo docker run it -p. We're gonna open not any port -v pwd. So this, or we can actually copy the directory. I mean, project stream project :/repository, and now we need an image we're gonna be using, and because it's me, we're gonna be mcr so .NET SDK 7 SDK Docker Hub. We're gonna just be using a standard Docker Hub image for now, which we can find right here. MCR, and because it's me, we're gonna do : and we're gonna go to a preview version, and we're gonna do 7.0 Jammy, the preview version of .NET 7. Let's hope I typed my password correctly. Okay, it's gonna pull the image down. Let's begin. Lol. It's gonna do some downloading because, well, it's not a small image. That's why I work on optimizing these images, and we're gonna do that later using tools. I'm not gonna do ad right now, because it's not really an ad, since they don't pay me to do an ad. They pay me to program things. But yeah, it should pull soon, so we can start hacking things. Meanwhile, we can also get our remote stuff. Which is here. Nope, not a remote SSH. Remote containers. Okay, this is started. Now we can go remote containers, and this is the one. Attach to container in new window. Got it. It's gonna run some arbitrary code. This is really to create some sort of proxy and a couple other things. If you have any questions or comments, or just wanna chat, there's the right there is the right there. Yeah, there is the chat box. Use it. I'll be very happy. Now that we're in a remote container, we can go to really /repository and press OK. Boom. We have our development environment inside a container now. This is actually the basis of our whole thing, so it should work, otherwise that would be a problem. Now we're gonna do .NET new. And because this will be a non API thing. We're gonna just do .NET new console. This will initialize just a standard console application. What's in Dublin? Yeah, I'm not sure that will happen. First off, I still have the main problem with me, which is I need to get COVID shots, which is probably a big problem. There. Yep. Okay. Technically, it could go. But yeah. It's a bit too close to today to actually be going there, honestly. If it would be by end of the month, I might actually think about going. But this is like next week, so not gonna happen. If it was like last week of the month, I would probably could go. Financed by none other than me, but yeah, not by my boss. But since it's like in couple of days, not a chance. Yeah, hopefully next year. Yeah, those things are expensive. But since we're talking conferences, it's still not confirmed, but I might be speaking at one in the next couple of months. So that could be cool. We don't know yet if it will be cool because it's me, so I could fail miserably. I'm still not sure if I'll actually be talking at that conference. Still not. Nobody still told me yes or no. So I sent in a call for speakers, but I still haven't gotten a response back, whether yes or no. So I think that means no, but you never know. Let me check. Okay. Let us see if I will be speaking at that conference. Still in evaluation, so I don't know yet. Hopefully, I'm gonna still hold close to the chest where that conference is. Okay, not where, but what that conference is. It's an online conference, so it's everywhere and nowhere. Yeah, and it's C# related, so that boils down what it could be. But yeah, I'm kind of happy to do it. I sent in my submission for call for papers, and it's still in evaluation, which could mean really good things or really bad things. Nobody knows which it is. Me neither. I need to ask around if the papers have already been chosen and mine just is in perpetual in evaluation, but it's still 2 months away, so who knows if they'll choose maybe mid this month. Okay, just found out. Proposals are being accepted until September 13th, so maybe I'll find out later. Yeah. These are like half an hour speaking engagements over 2 days. Like, or a day. So I think they're like 48 community speakers or something like that, or even more community speakers in a 3-day conference, with first and second day being more professional, proper conference with people who are associated with project and the companies behind it. Then third day is for all day and night with broadcast from speakers around the world in their own time zone. So most of you will feel shitty. So yeah, but we'll see. And can't wait to see if I'm in, because I think my talk is good. It is like 25 minutes and all I need is examples now. I have our demos. I still haven't thrown those. I have the slide deck, or at least partially. I didn't have to send in my slide deck. They never asked for it, so I don't know if I should have done something to send it or something, but there was no list, no in the form was nothing for slide deck, so I didn't send it. Maybe I did it wrong. Who knows? But yeah, I have a pretty good slide deck, I think. Well, it's me, so how good can it be? All I need is demos, and those will be cool as well, because those are always cool, even when they're by me. And it's half an hour talk for C# people, so a lot of C#, I guess. I'll be promoting my talk when and if I get it. But probably should go back to no, stop itching. I don't know, always when I start streaming I get an itchy nose or an itchy forehead. Anybody else have that? I might just remove it or something. Maybe that will do. Okay. Now, so we're back into... Now let's go back to the code, at least a bit, so we actually do something. If you find music too soft or you have any other questions or comments, please let me know in the chat box there. Oh, there. Yeah, there. Chat box there. Or it might be there if you have in theater mode. But what we're gonna have is first of all, we're gonna have some sort of, let's call it queue server. Get single message from queue. This could be RabbitMQ. It could be actually some sort of cloud. For all I care, we might make this cloud native. Ooh, Cloud Native, that's the all the rage right now. And then when we process this, we get a string of message, which is currently empty. It will probably be an ID. Then we use an HTTP client. Wait, this should have a C# extension. Why it doesn't have that? Because I didn't install it. Why? So now, still waiting for the C# extension to load. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take a drink. So enjoy the music and not my horrible voice. There we go. We should now have HTTP client. Why? dd.net sln add build server .net restore. Okay, now this works. Now let's hopefully HTTP client. Okay, let me restart this. Oh. X equals new HTTP client. Ooh. X dot. I'm not getting IntelliSense. For some reason. Let me restart this. Now back to my horrible face. Only. And let's go to not my horrible face either. I hate itching. I'm gonna open VS Code again, while you can see. And I'm gonna do this, double click this. I'm gonna attach to a container, which should now have everything I need. Right? Let's see. All I want is... Yes! I win. I win. I am the best. I am the best. Yeah, sorry for gloating against a container. Thank you. It's Stream Beats by Harris Heller. You know Harris Heller, the YouTuber, Twitch streamer, then YouTube streamer who made Stream Beats. The amazing copyright-free music you can listen to on your stream. And have stream listen to it as well. That's the important part. Why is that, Monica? Please tell me why is that? I would really like to know. Now that we have IntelliSense, Thank you. You take the moments you're good for all their worth, because when you're me, you know they're far and few between. HTTP client dot, not dot, client equals new HTTP client. Of course, should probably make a container. Yes, keyboard is the best way to play racing games or any other game on the planet. Sorry, controllers are crap. Want a better word? Controllers are shit. Keyboard number one, especially when we have something like I don't. Now to make this a bit more we're gonna do a base address here, and we're gonna enter here HTTPS have a good dinner / paste, and we have an error for what? Oh, I cannot convert to stream URL. So we do new stream URL, URI or URI, whatever, and string HTTPS / API server dot project stream project dot svc dot cluster dot local, I guess. That will be a, but before that we're gonna have server. This is all gonna be managed by environment variable. Of course, by that it will be, but yeah, right now it's this. So now we do client dot get async. So this will be slash, I don't know what is this, slash get build job. Of course, we're gonna have to still build that endpoint, so we cannot run this today. So all we're gonna have is get build job, and we're gonna need something of a response. And then we're gonna take that response equals, not response, string equals response dot, of course we need to await this first, response dot string result, response dot body, wait, what? Oh, content dot read as string async, with this being awaited. And what is await and async? So this is essentially async await. You know async await from JavaScript? It's exactly that. Those methods, those calls that are async don't happen in the same thread as the standard execution, and if you want it to happen sequentially, you await them. So it waits, which technically still happen in a separate thread, but it awaits for it to return data, essentially. It doesn't just go jump to the next thing. Build job / message. Important thing is that we need to have message here, because otherwise it won't know what build ID to take. Of course, since the whole thing might not be nice to stick into a queue message, we're gonna have an API endpoint for that. Yes, I make things fairly idiotically and cloud native. Fun. Now we're gonna take that result and we're gonna do a var we're gonna take that result, and turn into object. Now we're gonna design that object. So who's here to who's gonna help me design an object for build server to use? Right now it's gonna be just in a build server, even though in future we're gonna have a library just for objects. Yes, that's gonna happen. So let's see. Build object.cs. My new namespace. Oh yeah, build server. Public static. Public class build object. If you're new and you haven't said hi, please say hi in the chat that is right there. Right there. I would love to talk to you. If you have any questions, any comments, please let me know. So, we're gonna just do property. And let's see what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna have an ID, of course. We need to return that. Prop. And we're gonna do, what shall we do? Name of string of name. We're gonna have a nice name for it. Then come a bit more complex things. So we're gonna have a key value pair. Oh no, that won't work well. Yeah, that won't work well. We need to have something that can be serialized into. So we're gonna have a list. Yes. Let's see if we can serialize key value pair. Let's have a test. Let's try to serialize a key value pair. That would be a dictionary. Public dictionary of string, and a getter and a setter. List. Okay. Now we're gonna go here. We're gonna turn all this into a comment. And we're gonna go to this. Build server dot build object x equals new build server dot build object there. X dot id equals 1. X dot name equals test, and x dot test equals new. This, and we go x dot test dot add alpha test x dot test dot add big pod. Awesome. X dot test dot add truth. Not really. With 2 L's. Now I'm gonna take that and we're gonna do string a equals system dot text dot json dot serialization dot JSON serialize dot serialize X. There. And then we're gonna do system dot out io dot file dot write all text of A into a file on slash test dot json. And because this is it, we're going to cd build server, C# build server, and we're going to do .NET run enter. It builds and it runs. Now let's go cat /test JSON, and it does run. Oh wow. Now let's try to deserialize that back into that object. We're gonna comment this, add line comment. We're gonna go build server dot build object x equals new equals system dot text dot json dot json serializer dot deserialize, and all we need is a file, all we need is text, so we go with A. Of course, before that we need a text, so string A equals system.io dot file dot read all text to slash test.json. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. So what does this want? Huh. I think it wants build server dot build object. There. Now we're gonna do exact same command, except we're gonna do something else. So we're gonna do x dot test dot. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna enter big pod. And because this isn't all console dot write line, it's gonna console dot write line it. And if it says awesome, then we're there. Yay. Yay. I'm awesome, apparently. Okay, now that we have done that, we can remove this part and take this part, just remove line comment. And we're back where we started. There are two ways of doing it. That's one way. That's one way. Or second way, we actually could create an object separately that would actually be referenced here and actually have all the values we want, which is actually just the better way, if I'm honest. So, anyone have any comments on which way I should do it? I'm gonna wait. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna do the smarter way. Public class build object template. Data. Which is actually the way we're gonna be doing it. I'm just asking for opinion so you feel relevant. Joke. I know you're relevant. You're watching me. So you must be doing something wrong with your life to be watching me. Now, yes, it's null, so it can get a question mark, and you can get a question mark for you, question mark for you, question marks for everybody. Now, what things we want to have in a template data? So before that, we're gonna do here public string question mark base image. By base image, I don't mean base image of Ubuntu, Debian, or whatever. In this context, base image is pre-made image I'll be creating in one of the future streams, which will have everything. So in it, which this will build. So we have certain things here. Then we want to get certain things from our use. So this is build object template data. So we have public string git username. So first off, we're gonna have git usernames, public string git password. And how else you gonna pull and commit automatically? As will come. Yeah, you want to pull your password, during the build you want to let it pull the repository, and you can automatically push it without entering password, without giving it an SSH key. SSH key is not the best for such situation, although an option. I don't want to use them. Another problem to solve. No thanks. That might come in future iterations, future versions, when the software is not for just me. If you have any comments on me using password authentication, please voice them in the chat section there or there, depending on how your video is displayed. You might have them like there when you scroll down, especially if you have full screen. So then we need public string git repository. Get that. So the three ones we definitely need. They can actually pull the image and pull repo data in it. Then what else we gonna need? We could use some sort of agent to get right. I'm still thinking things. And here we have an actual use for our amazing discovery. Public the dictionary ring environment variable. If you want on build time, have environment variables. Put in. And another one, public dictionary. If you want to have on build time, expose ports. Wait. Oh, that would be another build time. It would be on runtime, so you don't need that. You can expose them on build time, but I don't want to do that because, you know, you would still have to expose them on runtime since Kubernetes. Anything else we need? Currently not. So we get this object. In the result, there we go. Build server dot build object data equals new, not new, system dot text dot json dot json serializer dot deserialize of build server dot build object type. This is called generic, and then we just do result. That's all we need to do. And of course, we need to do a question mark here. So we do if statement, if data, actually I could automatically generate one of these null checks. Oh, can use implicit type, yeah. I want to know an implicit null check. There is a null check I can code into it, like really quick null check I can get. Apparently not. So let's make it var that does null checking automatically, as far as I know, or just doesn't care about nulls anyway. So we do data dot, yeah, and then we just pull in the base image. So our base image, so we're gonna have switch case, or actually we're gonna do a file name. We're gonna have a bunch of Docker files on our server, which we're gonna every so often pull. That will come before this even. This will be a completely separate thread. Even with that will be separate thread. We're gonna do, how I'll put this, system.io.directory info. Actually, no, I'm gonna have a separately generating directory info. Global variables. Technically, C# doesn't have global variables, but I like to do them. So we need public static class global variables, and this, and since we have a namespace of build server, and since global using build server, but it's me. I could do this in a separate file, but right now I'm gonna have global using with global variables, because yeah. Now we're gonna do a separate global variable of system.io.directory info, template directory, boom. Yeah, of course, public static. There. And we're gonna do question mark here. So right now we're gonna just simply quickly do nothing. This will actually move in a separate function or method really, which will then call in from our main thread, which will actually, all it will have is a simple runner for different threads, and it will manage those threads. I'm gonna do thread management in the most silly way possible. Do nothing. Everything is handled by C# and .NET. I need to fix my hand. That is one of the screws need to get a bit more tightened. So now we have data. We can do based on the base image. We can go system dot. And we go global variables dot template directory dot. Okay, we do for each in global variables dot template directory. Dot I know there is enumerate files. There, that's what I was looking for. If some of you C# awesome guys not already knew that, I forgot I did that many times before. So we're gonna go if item dot name dot con dot equals data dot template dot base image, then system, and we're gonna give this a string template string being initial string. We're gonna do template string equals item dot system dot io dot file dot read all text and item dot full name and break to break out of for each. Now we have a template. Now we're gonna do a templating. We're gonna do a templating agent of our own. So how can I do this? Okay, yeah. We're just gonna go, and since we know what our build object looks like, we're gonna go and gonna go template string equals template string dot replace, and we're gonna replace, let's say, I don't know what should be the note? Let's go percent. Git user name. Oh, let's go this. Let's go with hash and a hash. Percent is this with an actual string. So we're gonna be replacing it by data dot template dot git username. Then same thing we're gonna do with git password. And same thing with git repository. Then the next one, which is actually more important, more complex, this one we're gonna do for each in data dot template dot environment variables, and we're gonna do first off just array or list list of string inverse equals new list of string, and we go inverse dot add. Now quick check on okay, since we're gonna be doing this string interpolation env equals first equals second, and we're gonna be doing item dot key and item dot value. That's all I need to do right here. After this, we're gonna go another for each and inverse, and we're gonna go string bars equals empty. I think this could be actually improved a bit, but I want to do it because of readability. We're gonna be optimizing all this in after we build this if it's too slow. We're gonna be doing vars equals send here vars. Oh, no, actually I can do it plus equals item plus system environment dot new line. That's it. And after that, we just do template string equals template string but replace in the vars with vars. That's it. If we would actually run through this, would actually just deploy, just change those things into what we want. Then we go system.io.write file dot write all text into /tmp/ let's go with message.docker file. Message.docker file. Yeah. It's a template string. This will just output a template, a finished template to a Docker file called /temp/message_id/.docker file. And then the fun part starts, because I think this can be done in C#. Let's see. Docker.net hub.net docker.net. Let's see if we have anything on building. Create a container, start a container, stream responses, basic authentication. Nope, not here. Any kind of in test or wiki. Nope, nothing here. So maybe tests. Image operations. Create image is pull image. Okay. So now it doesn't have anything to build image. Of course, I could build image with anything else, but I didn't. We could use Go for that matter, but I won't. We're gonna just do the process and do it in shell. Yeah, I'm not joking. System.diagnostics.process build process equals new. Boom. Build process build process dot start info dot file name is equals to Docker. Then build process dot start info dot arguments equals to build in /temp/ -f /temp/ message.docker file. -t some sort of I know what I need. Data dot output repository output image. So we're gonna do build object public string output image get that, and let's format the whole thing. And this would run and get, so build process.start. There will have to be a few more things here, but you'll get the gist. And it would build the process, build the image, and poof. Oh yeah, we should probably do another one. Then we do another build process where we actually do push process. Docker push that. That's it. That's it. Now we're gonna wrap this into an actual thread, or the next thing we're gonna wrap it into a task, because this we're gonna have multiple tasks. Technically we'll have multiple build tasks if we want. So new file, build runner.cs, namespace, build server, public class build runner, public class worker, the build worker. Oh, public static void. Boom. Let's format this. Great. Close the static async method. Okay. If you're new here and haven't yet said hi, please say hi in the chat, there or there, depending on your screen. And if you like this stream, please hit the like button down there. I would highly appreciate it to show that I'm not as shitty as I think I am, honestly. That's a joke. It's a running joke that I put myself down here, so don't be obliged to just hit the like button just because I put myself down. It's a running joke here. But if you really do find me interesting and fun to watch, don't be afraid to click it. Also, don't be afraid to click the subscribe button and bell to find out when I'm live next. So here we're gonna do a task of, I don't know, build one equals new task of lambda of build runner dot build worker. There. And then we do tasks dot wait all build one. It's gonna wait all of them, which is now build one only. But we're gonna do another one, build two. And we're gonna do here build two. Now, to ensure that those two builds won't actually get locked up, we're gonna be using a simple system called tokens, which I will design myself. So yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Inside global variables, I'm gonna do public static. And for those of you who will go, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know I'm doing something wrong. Don't worry. The dictionary of string bool. Are you building? I'm gonna quote, are you building? Are you not building? Let's go like this. So, build runner. It's gonna get a name. Each one will get a name. So, string name. So, string red name. Each thread will get a name. Yeah. How we're gonna do it. And thread name will be 1 and 2. Currently, I'm gonna have automatic pseudo random later. Let's just showcase how this works. And right before, we're gonna go global variables dot are you not building dot add 1 and false, and we're gonna do 2 with false. Now, because it's me, I'm gonna do a simple system dot threading dot task dot delay. Now we're gonna threading dot task dot delay of 5 seconds, and we're gonna and we're gonna make sure it waits. So we're gonna do wait, which means it's gonna absolutely wait for it to do. Makes it a synchronous task, not an async task, automatically. So now we do that 5 seconds. So now we need to add some logic for runner. So right before here is gonna go global variables dot are you not building the of red name equals true. Then it's gonna go for each and it's gonna go for each item of this is horribly slow, but yes, I know. It's not the point of it to be fast. Each one of these we're gonna take a million years. Let's be honest. And it's gonna go if not if item dot key dot value doesn't equal thread name, and item dot key dot value equals true. If a single one, the first one that it hits that does this, it goes continue, and just goes again. It waits. System dot threading dot thread dot no dot task dot delay 10 seconds dot wait. It waits 10 seconds and continues. So if you have, let's say, 10 threads, you don't step on each other and just pulls that one. And if it doesn't, it just does this and false. The point is, if you have many more threads, let's say I create 10, or let's say I have a 10 thread build server. They don't step on each other. And at that point, I would also want to do a sort of injection of HTTP client. So we have a single HTTP client or a single HTTP client factory for the whole shebang. But that will come later. Figure out how to do dependency injection without, without that. Without having it, how to make a dependency injection container by hand. Never done that because I always do ASP.NET Core dependency injection, but I know it's possible. Now there will be another thread which will just get a list of, let's get the templates. So new folder, the template template manager.cs, which all it does is pulls the templates from the server, which is that file server I was talking about. So namespace build server. There we go. Public static void static class. So we're gonna static it here. Static template manager and go template worker. Public static void template worker, and therefore we can do another task templates equals new task of lambda template manager.template worker. This one doesn't require one of those horrible ways to manage threads with tokens. Templates. This gives us a third task for it to just wait here. Just stops. Wait. And just waits for all of them to finish, which will never happen, but it's another question entirely. I know there are better ways of doing this. And thank you whoever sent me that like. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, comments, or just plain old wanna talk, chats right there. I won't mind any messages, any questions about my project, about rockets, and some other things I tend to like to talk about. Like mainly programming rockets and containers are the three things I talk about here. So I could talk about SLS for a bit. Maybe at the end, before we end, I'm gonna talk about SLS and how it went horribly wrong, but at least not so horribly to explode. That was fun. I'm so sad it didn't launch. But let's go. So what we're gonna have? We're gonna have a HTTP client of, let's just call it X or client for now. Was new. We're gonna have base address. We're gonna have that on there, so I can actually wanna just copy this here. Which pulls grabs, which first asks our API server what is the, actually let's go like this. Template list. Oh yeah, we need an awaitor. Huh. Ooh, we just crashed Razor language server. Let's see. Connections to server got closed. Oh wow, we just did it good. But it got running, yay. Good. So we have this, which gets a list of all, which is just a array. So a list of strings, templates equals system dot text dot json serializer serialize, I think, and we do result, and because it requires one of this, we go list of strings. So this is a generic in a generic, which is really fun. Generic exception, and it will make the array we're gonna generate there into a array of this kind of array. And then we do for each in templates, we're just gonna go again, we're gonna create another client, which will be actually separate in the same client factory, just a separate type, so separate named client 2 with file server. This will be a S3 type file system, so it will have an endpoint of some sort. S3 compliant, let's call it. Let's call it S3 compliant, or Azure Blob Storage or something like that. Doesn't really matter right now. It's gonna, or Azure compliant, Azure Blob Storage compliant. Doesn't matter, right? Really. One of the S3 like blob storage file storages with endpoints and all that. We're gonna go we're just gonna do this. and I won't even have this because that will all tell it. It doesn't even need to be it doesn't need to be empty named server. No settings for it. And then this will go into io dot file dot write all text slash templates slash we're gonna take a last part of it, so we're gonna go this. Sorry, I'm also a bit tired, so item dot top string. Yeah, top string. Substring of item dot hey Suraj. Last index of flash. Hello. This should. Oh yeah. And contents is template result. And this will just drop the file into there and into the file system. But before that, we're gonna do a simple. Actually, gonna do something else. Well, we're gonna do here new templates. Actually, no. We're gonna do a simple check here first. If how could I do this? Okay, for now I'm going to just do this right here, and then I'm gonna do system.io.directory.delete slash templates, and then system.io.directory.move slash new templates to templates. And it does it like every hour, so I'm gonna do a while statement. While true. A simple format and a system.threading.task.delay of this boom, wait there every hour, I think. Yep, every hour it will check if they are new and just download them and replace them. Now runner also needs its own while loop. While true. And we can format the document. And we're also gonna have a simple system.threading task.delay of 5 seconds. And we await it. Yeah, in basis we're done. Of course, this will need to be tested quite a bit, but that's for next time. Now, as promised, my take on SLS and the current trouble it is in. So let's go back to my face. So if you're not interested in rockets, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And see you next time. But if you're interested in rockets, let's talk about SLS and its current latest failure. So SLS was supposed to launch last week, mainly last week, to a first test flight around the moon. No crew, just a simple loop around the moon multiple times, moon, and return back to Earth. But the first time there was a failure of something near the engine, so it didn't cool down properly, or sensor didn't detect the cooling down properly. I don't even remember what it was. So boys at NASA wanted to try again on Saturday, and then they had a leak on tail service mast, which that's the where liquids, specifically liquid hydrogen, are coming to the rocket. Liquid hydrogen is used as a fuel, and if there is too much liquid hydrogen and, well, oxygen, it can, with a simple spark, make a giant explosion. So they had to cancel the test launch and just do a scrub. So now they have to replace the parts to ensure that liquid hydrogen doesn't leak, and then they have to roll back into the VAB, vertical assembly building, to recharge the batteries on the launch failure system. So that would be called, I don't know what, I forget. Basically the piece that makes sure that if rocket goes terribly wrong, it does kaboom and falls into water without a problem. Which hope it doesn't happen, but yeah, they need to recharge those batteries because otherwise range doesn't allow them to launch. Then they launch, go around the moon a couple of, and then land. Hopefully it will happen in October. We hope. So that's my take on SLS. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's bad. It's a test launch, so this sort of stuff happens on such launches. Oh well. But now, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell, and thank you guys again for watching. And next time we're gonna try and make this into a real running application with queues, and we're gonna do both endpoints, and then we're gonna run it and see it fail multiple times before fixing it and making it run proper. Again, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.